Hey guys, how's it going? I had to take a little break from this. Been gone a couple weeks from TikTok. Um, Things have just been pretty rough lately. Um, I want to thank everyone who prayed over my grandfather, who, depending on how you look at it, unfortunately, but also a blessing, passed away. Um, and we just had his funeral celebration of life um, yesterday, or the other day, and it was really beautiful. It was good. If you want, feel free to pray for my grandma, because she has dementia real bad. They both had it, but she, I guess, like, she remembers, like, she knows that he's gone, but sometimes she isn't thinking right. Like, apparently she was just saying yesterday that she was gonna go check on him, but yeah, so it's gonna be interesting, just, you can just pray for her, and to think clearly, to have peace, and so something that I've wanted to kind of talk about, I kind of wrote about it a little bit in my last post, but so about a month or so ago, someone on here messaged me. They just said to let me know that I was going to be going through, to pray for spiritual attacks, to pray against them, because that I might be facing a lot of spiritual attacks soon, and I didn't quite know what that meant. Actually, just before, I totally believed him, because, I was already starting, to feel it, like, just very shortly, like a couple days before that, I think, before he messaged my cousin, tragically, got killed in a motorcycle accident. He died instantly, and we believe he was saved. There's a whole story to that, but we believe he was saved, and that's all that matters. And so sometime, a few weeks later, maybe, my dad said to me, because our dog wasn't doing well, for a while, she had just turned 17 recently. She's just a little dog, still a puppy, was, but just randomly, my dad said to me, if she doesn't get better soon, I talked to the vet. I think he said, oh, we're gonna have to let her go, maybe in the next several days or so. And unfortunately, not even a day later, and we already had to. She was just doing so bad, getting sick and everything, and like blood, and yeah. So, like, that all happened very fast. We took her to the vet, or the place, and they put her on a table, and we were all standing around with her to let her know we were with her, and they did it, and I couldn't hold it, and I was sobbing. It was the worst day of my life. She's been with me over half my life. Like, I was 11 in 2006 when we got her, and yeah. So she's been with me almost as much as I can remember, and I actually told back when we were thinking about getting her, I told my family, like, I don't want another dog, and I never told him why, and it was um, because sometime, probably not long before that, we had lost our other dog that we had at the time, and I didn't want to go through that again, and I knew that someday we would have to say goodbye again to another dog, and I was always dreading that day, and it definitely hit me hard. But I'm glad we had her, because she was great. She was a good dog. You know, I don't know how much you guys care to hear about this, but it's just nice to kind of vent, kind of talk about it. And then I stayed with my grandparents since the spring of this year, and on December 3rd, I I was staying there overnight, and my grandfather, he was asked in his bedroom, and he asked me, where can I get some food around here? And so I had him come out to the kitchen, and I made him some toast. And he had dementia real bad. He couldn't remember anything for more than a minute, maybe, if he's lucky, but usually. But you know, he says some weird things sometimes, some like depressing things, you know, saying he wants to die and whatnot. But he said something that night, when I was out there with him, that really, it was just different, you know, it just felt different, you know, something was off about that. He said, I don't got much longer to live. I only got 5 days to live. And he said that maybe 2 or 3 more times. And, not even a full day later, and I heard that he couldn't get out of bed, like he was struggling so bad that they had us come down there to try to help lift him out of bed, and he was like in a lot of pain, so I didn't want to hurt him, so I didn't, want to force him out of bed. So my uncle said, I'm gonna have to call the ambulance, and so they took him, and a few days, a few days after that, once it was 5 days after he told me that was his birthday, and I thought, I'm really worried. I really think this is that he was serious about only making it 5 days, because he was still in the hospital, and they were saying he was doing really bad, and I was just like, wow, like that's gonna be really something if he was right about that. And I gotta say, he made it. He made it past his birthday. He made it past those 5 days. He made it 2 more days. He made it a week after he told me he was gonna die, which I don't know if God was telling him to say he was gonna die, or that was just him just talking, whatever, He says a lot of things that don't. He said a lot of things that don't make sense, but I don't know. I think maybe God was kind of preparing me for that. But yeah, I'm not. It just seems like there's something new, just at least every month. Just saying goodbye to someone. I always thought, for the longest time, I'm so blessed, because I realized, like, I haven't lost anyone close to me. At least not as an adult. Like, I lost, a couple people as a kid when I was little, but that's it, Not in so long I haven't lost anybody. I'm just like, well, sometime, eventually, that day's gonna come where I'm gonna start losing people, and it all has just been happening all at once, and it's been different, But change isn't always bad, My grandfather, I believe he was saved. The way they talked about him, at the funeral and everything, I believe he was saved, and that's all that matters. And I don't know if animals go to heaven, but God loves animals, and He knows we love animals. And she was wagging her tail when she was dying, and she was in so much pain, I think. I don't know, but there's hope and there's comfort, and I thank you guys for listening to me ramble on. God bless.